Aloha, good evening. May I have a show of hands, please? Are there any left-handed people in the room? That's great. There's a lot of you tonight, actually. That's pretty unusual. There's usually about 10% of the world's population that are left-handed. Now, the problem is that, in theory, you lefties should not exist. That's right. Nobody knows why there are so many left-handers in the world today. You're more likely to have dyslexia, reading difficulties, schizophrenia, immune disorders, low birth weight, and to die sooner than right-handers. And according to the Darwinian theory of evolution, natural selection should have gotten rid of you a long time ago. So why are you guys still around? I'm very glad that I'm right-handed, and I do research in human evolution, and I want to find out what it was like to be a lefty in prehistoric times 100,000 years ago when our ancestors were hunting and gathering with stone tools. Now, they didn't have any metal tools back then, and life was very harsh, so the lefties would have died off unless there was something that gave them a special advantage over the right-handers who were healthier. So what could that advantage have been? Well, we know that there are benefits to being a lefty in interactive sports. And that's because of the surprise effect and practice effects. So people are more used to fighting against right-handers just because there are more of them around. And so when they come up against a lefty, their reactions are slower and the lefty can win. I mean, have you ever tried to eat in a restaurant next to a lefty? It's impossible. So we know that in sports like tennis and ping pong and fencing, this is the case. And what's really interesting is that in sports where the two competitors are physically closer to each other, the left-handed advantage is much stronger. So the current theory is that prehistoric minority lefties were better at fighting all the right-handed cavemen, and that allowed them to survive and reproduce until today. Now, there's still one unsolved mystery, and that is that today lefties have higher salaries than right-handers. So if that's not sinister, then I don't know what is.